Usually male birds try to attract female birds during breeding season. Some species of male birds have sex with more than one female bird per season. But the bird we will try to learn about today is accustomed to a completely different breeding process. So let's learn a little bit about this exceptional bird by hitting on the subscribe button if don't yet. Greater painted snipe is a wading bird belonging to the Rostratulidae family. The scientific name of this bird is Rostratula benghalensis. It has a vast range and can be found in marshes in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Africa. Their role reverses with the females doing the courtship displays, while males are in charge of the incubation and in raising the chicks. Greater painted snipes are medium-sized stabby, wading birds, growing from 23 to 28 centimeters, weighing around 90 to 200 grams, with a wingspan of approximately 19.6 to 21.6 inches or 50 to 55 centimeters. These birds have a long, slender, rufous bill, which is slightly decurved at its tips, and a unique comma-like patch across the eye. The tail is short while wings are rounded and buff-barred. Meanwhile, the breast is white, which stretches around and above the folded wings. Greater painted snipes have strong sexual dimorphism. Females are relatively larger and more vividly colored than males. Neck, throat, and sides of the head have a bold chestnut-brown tone, while a sharp black band occurs across the breast. On the other hand, males have a duller and grayer plumage. Note that almost all species of male birds have attractive feathers, but the opposite is true of these birds. Immature birds are similar to the males, sans the broken black stripe on the breast. These birds have a polyandrous mating system, only becoming monogamous should their population density is low. A female greater painted snipe may have 2 to 4 mates each year. The female greater painted snipe will lay 2 to 5 eggs. After laying the eggs, she will leave, passing the incubation, nesting, and carrying duties to the male as she mates with another individual. The female also does the courting, using a spread wing display. Before she does so, she first preens its future mate, then circle him, accompanied by soft calls. The actual display is characterized by both wings being extended, slightly swept forward, while the tail is raised and fanned. She then lowers her body and bill to the male. Once the coupling begins, the pair stands close to each other while uttering calls, with the female occasionally open and raising its wings upward. The breeding season varies greatly depending on the range, but is generally associated with rainfall. The nest is built on the ground, hidden in dense vegetation. It can also be placed on floating vegetation, forming a shallow cup made of plant materials, such as stems and leaves. The male will solely incubate for around 18 to 19 days. Chicks are hatched precocial, which means they can feed themselves almost immediately. Broods will remain under paternal care for a few days and will soon become independent. Greater painted snipes is an omnivorous wading bird that feeds on snails, crustaceans, insects, and earthworms. Other food items it may occasionally consume include plant matter, such as millet, rice, and seeds. These birds forage soft soil using the long, slender bill or disturb the water by moving the head and bill sideways or in a semicircular motion. They are typically active during twilight, but may also probe for food singly or in small groups at night. Greater painted snipes occur in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Africa. The bird species thrive in tropical and subtropical wetlands, swamps, rice fields, mudflats, freshwater lakes, rieds, dams, pans, or any waterside habitat present with mud and emergent vegetation. Greater painted snipes may be common to uncommon depending on the range. While some declines are recorded due to habitat loss, they are still classified as least concern under the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. That's all for today. Please remember, your comments can inspire me. Thanks for watching so far.